Hey, good evening. It's about 7:50-ish p.m. here in Youngstown, Ohio, on a gloomy day. Well, it's pretty much dark out there now. I probably should have got some yard work done after work, but I had a couple errands to run, and by the time I got home, I just didn't have the energy. So anyhow, this is the Mars Garage Rust Bucket group build. It's supposed to be done the 30th, so it's getting close. Excuse me. It's only sitting on the wheels and tires right now. Those aren't mounted to the chassis in any way. But that's pretty much... Oh, I'll come off the clip then. But that's what we're going to have. The body of the bed are glued to the chassis. I got to make some exhaust manifold. Get drink water extensions to get down to the pipes. I also got to... the engine is glued in. Radiator top is glued in. See how the cold... Excuse me. I took an antacid tablet before I started here and got that chalky crap, even though I drank some water. The air box doesn't quite make it to the fender well, so I got to make some brackets just to make it look like something somebody made at home and adapted in there. That's a Mustang engine in there. I got the, I got to paint this up, if it'll focus. Oh, the conical air cleaner that goes on there. I'll paint that up like a K&N type color. Battery goes over here on these trucks, on the firewall. That's all I have about the internet, because this kit didn't even... Well, I got rid of the instructions when I got rid of the extra parts, and I'm not sure if it even had a battery with it, and where they tell you to put it. But I made a little battery tray here, and I got a 3D printed battery here. Let's see if it'll focus. Yeah, kinda. But that's going to get mounted to the firewall, and the battery will get painted up a little bit, so it's not so dull looking. Excuse me. But yeah, the interior is done. Okay, let's take it off the wheels for now, because what the heck, it's just from mock-up, but you can kind of see inside there. Let's see if we can get a... Let's do it this way. There we go. I got a tack in there. Let's bring the truck to the camera. But there it is. Some gauges in there. I used the decals that came with the kit. See, there's the old Youngstown painted over. Now here's the underside. It's a one-piece chassis. It's got a nice new exhaust system from the engine transplant. But see, there's no connection between the pipe and the manifold. So I got to make a quick little pipe there to go there. That, I got attached to wheels and tires. Battery, radiator hose, some other sort of things. This is supposed to be done... Oh, let me unzoom here. This is supposed to be done the 30th of September. So it's really close, but it should make it. Let me get the camera. I'm going to hit pause and get you back on the cantilevered holder. Okay, it's back. But anyhow, yeah, so I also filled the holes on the firewall here where the hinges went through. And I'm going to touch it up with more of that yellow paint just to make it look ucky. And the battery box goes right there. Then we just run some assorted harnesses and stuff just to make it look somewhat legit. But yeah, that's coming along, so that one should make the deadline of the 30th. No problem, unless I drop it or something stupid like that. You know, some corny crap happens. And this one here is the one for Auto Modeler Magazine, the group built on Facebook. And yeah, here's the oh jeez, and here's the interior for the 64 Riv. It's all done. I used the clear steering wheel that came with it, and just an orange Sharpie where the handholds are. No, in real life, clear steering wheels had a metal rod that was inside of them, and they were, just a lucite around them. But in scale, I think that'd be really hard to duplicate. But yeah, I got the dash painted up, and the floor is craft paint, close as I can get to the body color, which is there. Excuse me. And so this is really close. Now this one is October 4th. So basically, I got to get the interior glued in, the windows glued in, but before I could do that, I got to bare metal the trim. It's not getting a lot, but I've been really lazy about getting to it all week. And but yeah, I got to get to that. And if I get to that, the only other thing I really got to do, since I'm not going with wiring and all that, and there it is with the, in the body. I did the wood grain on the doors there. But, this hood, if you try to pull it straight out, because of the shape of it, it gets tighter. But there, I just painted some details. I lost the little air tank that's supposed to go here, like lengthwise. I had it, and I don't know what I did with it. Oh, who knows? I might find it eventually, but it could always be added later. But yeah, so it's gonna, get the trim, the interior glued in. The chassis is right here. It's pretty much done. I just gave it some basic detailing with paint and markers. Nothing fancy. And, the engine's in there. No wiring on this one. No hoses, no wiring. It's just a quick, basic build. Mainly for the group build, plus just so I can get some of these cars on my shelf. And since that's where some of them are going to sit and spend the rest of their lives, I don't really need to wire all these. But yeah, that one is really close, and it should make the deadline because it's got a few extra days. However, the 49 Mercury for Kim's Custom Garage is October 1st. And, the body's painted. I got a lot of bare metaling to do on it. Some of the trim is built into the windows, like the front and rear glass. So I got to bare metal the glass and then put it in. This one I got a bare metal around here. If I want to, I could leave it just painted like a custom type deal. Then I got to I got to paint some of this interior to make it look, you don't see that place where I had it propped up on a can. But, oh God, a lot of the sub-assemblies are painted. It's just a matter of assembling it all by the first and getting it together. And you see if I have time to get to all that. I may actually take a couple of these to work tomorrow in the morning, and then maybe on my lunch hour, and see what we could do. See, since I hand rubbed it, this side the flames don't quite show as much. You can kind of see them there. I must have not sprayed enough with the pearl on that side. See, they're a little more, it's a little more pronounced over here. It's a slightly different color. But I gotta do the tail lights, headlights, grill. It's all polished out. All that good crap. I'll probably run some panel liner down these lines. I gotta wash it real quick and get the polish out of there. But yeah, so that is that. And then had a friend that did that. He was in our band for a while, and he would tell stories. And you know how little kids go, and then Tommy said, he said, Mike was like that. It was hilarious, dude. You should have been there. Cause and then. So anyhow, and then I got the Guardsman Blue on my dad's tribute car. It'll get cleared and wet sanded. I'm not going to go for a super, super, super deep showroom. Not like show car finish. Just wanted to have enough gloss to give it that 60s look. And like I said, I'm going to put some Kragers on it, and I'll paint the interior a slightly matching, contrasting shades of blue. There's not much you could do because it's a molded interior, so it's really hard to paint, different colors. But so that'll get done eventually. And then, See, my favorite thing now. Then I started another slot car body. This color is more of a green. It's like a really like a, I don't know what you'd call it, but it has some yellow to it. Basically, what I did is I had a bunch of paint left over from other stuff, like this much of that color, that much of this one, this much of that one, that much of this one. I poured them all into one jar and pulled out the airbrush and painted it over red oxide and flat black. Now, I went through, I sanded a little too far, so I'm going to mask that off and fog more in there, some red oxide, and I may paint the whole car another color, and then slightly sand through that, so it looks like it's been repainted a few times. But that's why the hood's glued on. It's going to be a slot car body. And I got to go take my scriber. Even though this is a brand new kit from Mobius, I'm going to have to slightly deepen these doors. I mean, I can't get it for a new kit why door seams and trunk seams are so shallow. Come on, guys, make them a little deeper. Even if they're exaggerated. You know, because we're painting these anyhow. It'll fill it up. But yeah, it didn't look too bad, except I didn't really want to go through there. And sanding this stuff is odd. You could use the same paint, primer, whatever, over the whole thing. Same sandpaper, you hit here, here, and it takes, you know, like how long to start going through. And then you go over here, it's like, oh, really? I don't know why it does that. It's just picky. But it's going to get a little more weathering. And I started on that this morning at work. Deuce, get out of there. Come on. Hey. Don't be a pain in the ass. Okay, well, on to what else this video has to do with. Even though I should be doing some of my, whatchamacallit, my bodies tonight. I should be working on these cars to get them done. But I got some time yet. So let's do this. Let's open a box here. And look what I ordered. Pink packing bubbles. They finally came in. Look at these beauties. Look at that. Man. So glad I ordered those. No, actually, this is from Harts Parts. Got it online. They got a couple different hoods here. And let me see here. This is for the Monogram Super Bee, the 69 Super Bee. This is a flat hood. So if you want to do that car as just a coronet or a Super Bee without the scoop. I'm trying to get out of this damn Ziploc bag, but my fingers don't want to work. Yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. That's really nice. So yeah, it goes for the Monogram kit. There we go. Just a flat, plain hood. And for the USAC build, using the 68 Dart. Now this one, yeah, it's got some pitting. I'm going to have to do a little filling. But there's a flat 68 Dart hood. Because I'm going to make one without the factory scoops or aftermarket scoops. It's really hard to focus on that. But yeah, there's a couple little pits here. Let's see if I could show them. Like right in there. Let's try it this way. Yeah, it really doesn't want to... There it is. Right there. There's one there, and there's a couple little microscopic ones, but a little bit of putty or a little bit of even crazy glue or super glue, whatever you want to call it. Just, you know, pour it over that and spread and let it dry. And then sand it. It'll do a nice job. So there's those. Those are something I picked up. And let's keep going here. This is from my buddy Rich. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the last name because I'll murder it. He's a friend of Nas, and he sent me some stuff here. I think it's some Matchbox type stuff. So let's open this box. From Philadelphia Freedom. I don't know if it really has freedom or not. Let's see what we got in this box. Let's see what he sent me, because I don't even know. He just said he's going to send me some stuff. So here we go. Hey, that rhymed. What do you know? And Deuce is getting into everything because that's what Deuce does. Let's get this up here and turn the light back on. Okay. Whoa, this is some vintage stuff. Ooh. Look at that. It's a mobster car. You could hide bodies in it. It's a Lincoln. And let's see if it says what year. Just says Lincoln Continental. This is one of the old Matchboxes with the plain wheels before they went super fast. But that trunk is nice. I should make a diorama of like some mobsters, like, you know, stuffing a body or something in there. That would be awesome. This thing is mint. Rich, thank you so much. I mean, I was expecting like some old thing that some kid played with in the sandbox and, you know, needed restoration. That's really freaking awesome. Then there's this one. What year is this? Does it have a year? No. The Lincoln doesn't have a year of the car or a year of the casting. But I would say that's mid to late 60s. Because that's when they had that body style. And I think very late 60s, early 70s is when Matchbox converted over to the super fast wheels. Because this truck was also done with those wheels and tires. It's one of the ones on the cusp. Now this is 1969. Yep. And this is a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow Coupe, which is actually more of a convertible. And it's got the opening trunk. And, yeah. Mercedes. Rolls-Royce convertible. And this is 1969. This has narrow super fast wheels, which I don't ever remember seeing those. I always thought they were the wide ones, like these. That is freaking awesome. That's clean as hell. Rich, thank you so much. Dude, I gotta send you some shit. I gotta do you some favors here or something. Because no good deed goes unpunished, or no good punishment goes undeeded. Or Mr. Deed goes to Washington, or I don't know, something like that. Oop, that's just some packing stuff there. Oh, okay, this has the suspension, and this is, what do they call this thing? Land Rover fire truck. Wow, that's minty. Oh, I see the window fell out of it. That's no big deal. That could be glued back in without even taking it apart. Just got to flip it, put some glue up on the roof, and do that. See, it's got this little plastic here sticking through. It gives it a little bit of a suspension. That is awful cool. That is kind of sweet. Very British. Kent Fire Brigade. Very sweet. And then here's something I had as a child. I think I had a few incarnations of it. This is the blah, blah, blah. This was done in number 59 or 73. That's weird. Two different numbers. Super fast, and there's no year. This is a little Matchbox by Leslie. See how it says, let's kill the light. See, let's see if it'll focus. See, two different numbers. I've never seen that, 59 or 73. So they must have changed it. Now this is like the cattle rancher's car, but it has the doggos in the back. I've had this one a few times. I think I also had they had a Fire Chief version that had the gumball, you know, light sticking out of it. But I always liked this wagon as a kid because my neighbor had one of these wagons, and I used to always like to pretend I was them. You know, that was their car, even though it was a different color. And holy mother of God, this thing is minty. Let me get the, I forgot what they call this, fiber fill. It's kind of like cotton, but it's not. It's kind of like fiberglass, but it's not. It's kind of like a booger, but it's not. But no, it's kind of in between. But this one, let's get the camera down here. This is probably my fave right here. Oh, get the light on it. Yep, I had this as a child too. What is this thing? Yep, Dodge. It looks to be like a, you know, that grill, probably like a mid-60s Dodge. With the old, everything was BP with Matchbox. because, you know, they're British. But yeah, there's some fiber fill, but that's no big deal. Very rich. I can't thank you enough, dude. Yeah. I always remember these tow trucks that just had a hook. It was really hard to hook certain cars to it as a kid, because it... There you go. That brings back memories. You know, it worked better on some cars than others. So there's that. Well, Rich, thank you so much. I'm going to have to put these away very carefully, somewhere safe. I'm running out of display area, my curio. I definitely got to quit investing money in model kits and start investing money in ways to display model kits, because I'm running out of room. Okay, and I got one final box here. This is a big ass box. This is like a, you know, what is this, 1 foot by 8 inches by 6 inches or something like that. This is a, you know, like a bigger than a shoebox box, more like a boot box size. And it's taped up carefully, and this is from Nas, also in Philly, where it's pure Philadelphia freedom. And let's see what Nas has sent me. Oh God, he sent me some cool ass shit here. Okay, I'm gonna have to make some room here. Let me get the box on the floor, which Deuce is no doubt gonna want to sit in. Let's bring this camera up here and leave the camera. Okay, he got me something badass, which I haven't seen yet around here. He got me a 49 drag Merc, which is just too freaking cool. I mean, I have slowed down on the Hot Wheel purchases, but this is one I would buy and still will. I only kind of buy the stuff I really like. Now this is cool. This is another Zamac, as was this one. This is the NSX. And whenever I hear or see NSX, I always think of Pulp Fiction. When the cleanup guy and his girlfriend drove away to go get breakfast. Then there's a classic 67 C10 with the, what is this, 55-year anniversary? I think so. Very cool. Thank you, Nas. Then Deuce, get out of the box. Come on. Then he sent me something. I was not expecting this. Not at all. He sent me... Come on, get your fingers to work here, Joe. Something awful cool. A Mini GT Lincoln Capri. Now that's a funny thing, because Mercury later used that name on its small European car that was also, they had a Mustang version in the Fox bodies. They had the Mercury Capri. The earlier ones were their own little sort of British German car. I'm not quite sure where they were all made. I think some of them were... Deuce probably smells Oliver and Penny in these boxes, and he's going nuts. But let's take a look at this. Now, Mini GT typically, if you know of them, typically does the Datsuns and the, you know, what's about VWs, I think, and some other foreign cars. For them to do something, let's kill this extra light. I really gotta get some better lighting in here, or a better camera. But oh, this is sweet. Let's see if it'll... Nah, let's go back to the light. Yeah, it's a very sweet Capri. Yeah, that is awesome. What year is this? Does it say? Lincoln Capri, Premier Yellow. No, but it has a year. I'd have to look this up in real life. But it's got separate exhaust. I don't think the hood opens, does it? If it does, no, it does not. But that's cool. It's like a cream yellow with a glossy black top. Again, I'm going to have to make some room to display this. Oh, no, that is beyond coolness. I mean, that is really beautiful. The wide whites. I just got to figure out where I'm going to put all this. Temporarily, it's going to stay in the case or the box for now. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, there's a baggie of stuff here. You can't see this right now, but now I also have Mitzi. Oh, he sent me some customizing fodder. Got me a 69? Yep, 69 Chevelle. And he got me one of the, what is this thing? Nissan Skyline Silhouette. I knew it was a Nissan, just didn't want to sure whose it was. So yeah, that's some nice customizing fodder for later. These will actually probably get back to him someday when I decide to customize them and send them to another auction. Okay, let's see what else we got here. I knew this box weighed a ton. Oh my god. Nas, what did you send me, dude? He sent me like a ton of stuff. Sent me the Shelby Cobra Daytona Coupe in the Golf livery. That is a sweet car. I mean, you know, I know they had a model kit of it at one time. Mini Exotics made it, I think. And he got me another 67 C10. This is the, what is this? Red Edition. Okay. Hot Wheels, and that's keep on, what's that saying? Keep on driving? Yeah, that's what it looks like. Sweet. And that's a Target exclusive Red Edition. And speaking of C10s, a 68 C10 by Matchbox. That's a nice tampo on the front. And they even did one on the rear. I like that. That's a sweet old truck. And what would life be without a 55 Bel Air gasser? All right. Thank you. Now, as we get these down on the floor. And maybe let's see what else we got here. Oh, now something non-diecast related. I just got to figure out where to put this. I have a Kiss one in my bedroom. I'm going to have to find out decide which switch to use this on. Some of my switches are doubles, some are triples, and some are singles. So I got to find a single switch socket. Oh, right in here. How perfect. Yep, in the model room. That's going to go to my single switch, because most of my switches are at least doubles. Because I'm sitting here in my brain trying to rack, like, what switches are where. And the only other place I have a single, I think, is going down the basement. And then I have one in the foyer. There's two switches on either side of the foyer at the front door. One does the light over the foyer. The other one, I don't know what it does. It might do the neighbor's house. It might do Naz's house. Naz, if your light's going off, that might be me flipping the switch. I've lived here for like 12 years or so now, and maybe even longer, and it doesn't seem to do nothing. So maybe there was a light in the closet that's next to it at one time, but I don't know. But anyhow, dude, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's definitely going to go right up there. I'll take some pictures of that later. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We got a bag of wheels, which I got to find my other bag of wheels. I have a really big one that's like 5 times this many. And I can't find it ever since I redid this room. I think it's in the other room in the drawer, but I got to get my butt around looking for it. Okay, well, let's see what else we got here. Got one of my favorites, the Ford GT in blue, very Shelby looking with the blue color. I think I have a couple of these, so I may do some customizing or at least some wheel swapping on some of these and detail painting. Make some mild customs. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, now this is something. Oh man, there's more stuff in here. Okay, let's back this camera up a little bit more. Don't come out of the holder. Oh, this is a long video. It's going to be longer. This is sweet. These are the new cartooned. This is a 55 Nomad, all like lowrider style. Some are more hot rod, some are more lowrider. This one definitely got the lowrider vibe with the thin white walls and the gold Dayton looking wheels. But it's all like stubby and funky looking. I like that one. Then we go more Pro Street with the 57 Bel Air with the big time hustler on it. And the big fat wheels and all that. All jacked up and ready to roll. And this is, so far, my first seeing it in person. Oh, it's sparkly. See, I thought it was just black. in the pictures. But no, my camera is not doing it justice. It's got purple, bluish sparkle in it. I don't think it's going to show on camera. But yeah, it has sparkle in the paint. You can kind of see it there. Probably see it better if it came out of the package, but I'm not going to depackage these right away because I got nowhere to put them right now. I got to get a little display case. I think here's the 69 Camaro. I had one similar. I had the primer version that came in the 2-pack that I customized. So a lot of these are just going to stay the way they are until I find more around here. My problem is Target seems to be the only one carrying them, and I really can't get there until after they've already been put out and bought up. So now here's another badass one. Oh, that's metallic too. See, I don't know if, yeah, you can kind of see the sparkle in it. It's got some flake, and it's got the black stripes. The split window 63 Vet. The only year to have the split window. And then we go to, I got one over here. This came in the 2-pack. But now I got its matching brother. Or brother from another mother. I got the blue with the flames. So that is awesome. Thank you, Nas. Okay, let's see what else we got here. We've got, let me back this camera. I'm not gonna, we got, hey man, it's a 64 Chevy, man. It sits low to the ground. Yep, we got the 64 Impala, which you can't go wrong with a 64 Impala. Another lowrider style, very sharp. Very, very sharp. And they got the detail on the taillights. And these are quite heavy. These cartooned. So this is all Series 1. This is the complete set. And then another one metallic orange. This is badass. This is just, we got a 69 K5 Blazer. Pro Street, like Pro Touring style. Very, very freaking awesome. Well, we're at a half hour already, over a half hour. And then we got the black 57. I think he showed me this the other day on, you got this at the flea market, I believe. It's got some custom potential. Definitely. 57 Chevy. This one's from 1976. Damn, I was 12 years old. And let me see what else he got me here. Ooh. I don't know where he got these from. These must be coming in one of those custom packs. Or he must have got these in the bag. These will come in handy. These are, wow, these are large. I think they're bigger than 1/24. I mean, yeah, they might work on a 1/24, not 1/25. Because they're big. Some of the, I think I know where these might work. But these are awesome. They're like Halibrands, almost like Cobra. Halibrands. And these are name brand. These are Blue Streak, Goodyear Blue Streak. They don't say Goodyear, but Blue Streak, I believe, was Goodyear brand. I guess maybe because of probably copyright, they couldn't use the Goodyear logo, but who cares? These are freaking awesome. I'll have to make use of these. They're definitely going to have to go 1/24. I don't think they're big enough to be 1/18. But they're really fat. So either that or I could use them to make a zingerish thing. And I think die-cast wise, we're down to the last item here. Which, this is really odd. This looks like a promotional item by this company here. Shady Maple Smorgasbord. Route 23, 1 mile east of Blue Ball. Oh, God. Oh, you know that town gets a lot of hassle. Well, at least there's not two of them, because then, you know, you'd have... But anyhow, that's pretty awesome. Refrigerator truck. But that is kind of cool. Yeah, this looks like something definitely a company had made up and gave them away to... Or sold them, or, you know, whatever, to employees or customers, or, you know, whatever. Because I know there's you could have that done by some die-cast companies will will do that. You know, they'll put your logo on it. Well, thank you so much, Nas. Oh, God, now I got to put all this stuff away. But here is the pizza resistance, as I say. He also sent me this box. And if you look in this box, what's in there, guys? Because I got guests in my room right now. Oh, and he sent this all in a Target bag, too. Okay, so let's put the box on the floor. Sorry for the shaky camera work. What's in there? Look. Look. Dude's seen it. What's in there? Come on. Show Nas your appreciation. What? Meow. Deuce is like sniffing them out. He's like, hey, I used to have balls. Thanks, Dad. Well, I think he's picking one out. He's being particular. And Mitzi's like, I see those. Those are cat toys. I'm a cat. Let me grab one. Whoop, I dropped it. Well, get the ball. Here. Oh, there's a mousey, too. Here, look, see? Where'd she go? Where'd you go with the mouse? Here, Deuce. Here. Deuce. Deuce is like, what are these? I'll play with them later. Oh, there you go. Look. Mitzi's into it. Deuce is like, I'm really too mature for this. He will play with them later. Deuce. Deuce will probably spend more time in the box. Come on, focus, you goof. All right, well, hey, that's everything. God dang, 37 minutes. This is one long, boring video. But, dude, Rich, Nas, thank you so very much. Really appreciate all this haul here. Now, see, now my table's a mess. Now I got to put all this stuff back in the boxes for now. And put it away to keep it safe from you-know-who. Then I got to get myself a display case here. And either put it up in here or in the living room or somewhere. And, see, now Deuce is like, wait a minute, this is a box. But yeah, I got to put all that up. So, guys, I appreciate that so much. And everybody else, thanks for watching. I'm going to clean this mess up and try to get a little bit of model work done tonight. And get ready to go to bed and go to work. Yuck. In the morning again. So, yep. All right. Okay. Well, hey, 38 minutes and counting. So Deuce just loves the smell of Nas's cats. Okay. Well, hey, I'm going to get going. Thanks. Like, comment, subscribe. And thanks again. And I am out of here. Bye-bye.